and happy hump day. We're almost at the end of the hump day. I love Wednesday lives, and we normally do them in the afternoon together, but I had a commitment, well, a regular appointment for my daughter that couldn't be later in the day like normal, had to be at 2 o'clock today. So that was priority, and here we are. I hope everyone is doing great. I have a feeling we'll get to see some different faces because this is a different time. So that's kind of exciting. As people are joining, I just thought I'd tell you guys about my OMAD today. I had a really fun OMAD. So I fasted, and once I broke my fast, I got to have really a fun eating window because I had a huge box of holiday goodies sent to me from Lidl, a grocery store, and I got to have, sorry, all my family's home, so my daughter just peeked at me. I got to have a bunch of different Favorina holiday items from Lidl, and they were really yummy. So we tested them. It's for my grocery channel, a sponsored video from them, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. But that was part of my eating window. And then we had baked potatoes. And every time I make baked potatoes, I forget that I really like them because they sound kind of boring. And when I eat them, I'm like, why don't we do this all the time? Because it's really easy for everyone to make theirs how they want. So I had bacon, cheese, broccoli, baked potato, and different holiday goodies, and it was a very fun, yummy eating window. And I've been strong today, being the 16th, 16 days into my 31 days. So I guess I just passed the halfway mark of 1 hour eating windows for the month of October. I know I shared that a couple weeks ago, and some people said they were going to join. I wasn't trying to do like a group challenge, so I don't want anyone to feel like they missed out. And then I wanted to share with you guys, my mom and I have actually been talking about this a little bit. I did start rebounding, and I'm just doing a little bit. I'm smiling because yesterday I did it and my son was home and he laughed at me the whole time, which is like a huge roadblock of me doing it. I feel very goofy doing it, but I, at that point, had already started doing it and really enjoyed it. So I thought, I don't care, laugh at me. And then I realized he just was entertained. Like he more thought it was fun to watch me do it, and he actually loves using the rebounder, so I have started doing that as well. So those are my updates. I hope everyone's having a great night, and I will get started if people are hopping on and have any questions or want to chat about something. Shelly is a new member. Thank you so much. Your support means a lot to me. I really appreciate that, so thank you. Hi, Mom. Joni, for anyone new, is my mom, and she's the moderator, so if you're naughty, she's going to get after you. Hi, Patty, saying hi to my mom. I hope you're doing well, Patty. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong camera. I keep doing that. I have a camera on my computer, and then I have an external camera. Love seeing you guys say hi to each other. Heather says, I love my rebounder. I do it for 30 minutes every single day. Okay, Heather, I have a question for you. So I'm not doing it that long yet. I've been doing like a stretching, my weighted hula hoop, and the rebounder. So I'm just doing small bits of many things that I like and then trying to get steps in. I'm just playing around, I guess. I don't know. It feels good though to move. I was asking my mom this is what we were chatting about. Do you follow a routine, or do you just kind of do what you want for 30 minutes? My mom was sharing that she likes to put on songs that she likes and just kind of move to the beat. And that's what I've been doing, is kind of like, I do like little crisscross things with my legs or side to side, spin in circles. I try to be like intentional and do something and then switch it up a bit. But I figure through talking with my mom that I was just getting used to doing it and feeling comfortable on it before I follow like a routine. But I jump instead. I did check out their channel, and I've earmarked a few of them. Last week or 2 weeks ago, someone had mentioned that to me, and I wrote it down. Miraculously, I actually found the note when I was looking some up. So I'm actually really looking forward to getting into it more because I've enjoyed doing it. Patty says, way cool on the rebounding. I love it now, part of my regular routine. It's really helping me too. Yay, I'm glad to hear it's helping you. I was very surprised how much I actually enjoyed doing it once I got through that mental hurdle. It is very fun. And I'm like, this is like a trampoline park is what it reminded me of. So I'm glad you're enjoying it too. Let's see. Patty's walking 45 minutes and then rebounded for 25 minutes right after. I listen to music and go with how I feel. kind of 2 left feet most of the time. Well, that's how I've been doing it too. I definitely am not one that you would say is like skilled in the movement area, but it is kind of fun to just like I find myself I'm not even gonna do it because I feel embarrassed saying it, but like moving my arms kind of with the beat and jumping with it. It just feels fun. That's all I've been doing. I kind of like it. Heather jumps to music. In that space, I do 500 jumping jacks, moguls, strides, just random fun. Love it. I'm gonna have to look up what a mogul is. I feel like I used to know that from volleyball, but I can't remember. But yes, I found myself doing jumping jacks, kind of like a mashed potato type move. I don't know why, but just a lot of fun. Working out every other day religiously. That's what I want to get to. I was telling my mom, it's just super exciting. And I know I talked about this summer, but with my walking challenges or doing different things, I no longer feel at all like I'm trying to do it to lose weight. And that's really exciting because for the longest time, anytime I worked out, except for when I was an athlete, I guess that was for conditioning, but it's always been like a weight loss tool. And it's just nice to know, like I did the walking challenge. I walked so much in May. And then once I wasn't doing the challenge, I could tell that I felt better and just like even better mood when I was doing the exercising. And so I want to make it more of a routine for that reason. Like I just know I feel better and I want to pursue that. So yesterday, it even was just fun seeing my son like enjoy me working out when he was around. I don't know that makes sense, but you could tell he was like, oh, you're doing more? Like you did the rebounder and stretching and the weighted hula hoop. And he was also he couldn't believe how long I could do the weighted hula hoop for. So it's just been fun. I'm trying to figure out what works, and it has nothing to do with weight loss. So that's very freeing. Yay! Dawn says she was logging on to watch the replay from today, but I'm live. Yay! Well, I'm glad that worked out, Dawn. Yep, I had Mila had an appointment that's generally after school. Schedules just conflicted. She's doing driver's training for the next 4 weeks. So we had to shift a couple of them, and that meant today she had to leave school early to go to her appointment. But yeah, that's the other new thing in my life. I have driver's training going on, so that's been a little scary. But we have had this week for some reason is like appointment central. So many appointments. I feel literally how do people ever have jobs when they have multiple kids? Because holy moly. Let's see. A-Bay. Okay, I'm sorry. This is a very big tangent before I get to the comment. I can see, well, you guys can see it too. The chef, I'm not going to read that, but that made me laugh. You were the reason I started my weight loss journey with a heart. Oh, well, I am so honored to be a small part of people's journeys. It honestly means the world to me when people share that. And I just know the difference it's made in my life. And I hope you guys find the same peace that I found. I found a lot of joy and peace in fasting. And I just honestly want the world to know it's an option. So yay. Let's see, Dreaming Cat Studio. Let's see, I'm back to OMAD and have hit a comfortable rhythm. Now I'm wondering if I should mix window times up so my body doesn't get used to it and stop dropping weight. Honestly, I would if you feel, I mean, I don't know if you're doing like 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. every single day. I would probably switch it up more than that. But in my opinion, if you're doing OMAD every day and it's at different times of the day, you're going to naturally, like what I've been doing in October, I'm not even caring if I only have a 16-hour fast one day, because then that means the next day it's going to be a really long fast. It's going to average out to many longer fasts, if that makes sense. If you're moving your time, one day you eat lunch, the next day you eat dinner, and the next day you eat lunch again, and then dinner, you're going to get variety if you're approaching it that way. I would make sure you have a little variety, but if what's working for you is a great rhythm that feels good and you're finding success, I wouldn't honestly feel like you have to mess it up, or mess with it. But I also wouldn't be afraid of trial either, because if you try something and you don't like it, you can always go back to the rhythm that you liked. So good for you being into a comfortable rhythm. Even allow yourself just to enjoy it for now. Oh, you don't have to be sorry. I found it funny. I just didn't want to say it out loud, but I did want to draw attention to it because it made me laugh. So I don't swear, but I also can find humor in a lot of things. I just didn't want to say it. Let's see. Joanne says, if you open your eating window, then close it, but later I'm guessing it's meant to be want to have something else. Can you just open it back up? How does that work? So this is what I do. I'm going to throw out hypothetical numbers. If I have an eating window, say 1 to 2 p.m., and then 6 p.m. rolls around, and there's something that I just didn't know about, and I wanted to eat it, and I ate it between 6 and 6:30, I would just adjust in my app, if you track, from 1 to 6:30 would have been my eating window. Because even in a normal day, if that was your plan, you're not eating every second of 1 to 6:30, right? You have breaks. So it was just a more planned break than typically in your eating window. But yes, if I had an eating window and then for whatever reason I had something later in the day, I would take the beginning of when I first opened my eating window in that day and then close it after that unexpected snack. And that whole time would be my eating window. I wouldn't call it like a mini fast in the middle. Because just think, when you ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner, there were still large gaps. So your eating window was just all day long, but you didn't eat every second of it. So that's how I would do it. Okay, I'm caught up on comments. So let's see, what else can we talk about until other ones come in? I have my coffee. We just got back from Panera. I'm trying to think if I have any fun eating windows coming. Oh, tomorrow I'm excited. I can't really talk too much right now. A reason I'm driving out of town to go pick up something, and I'm gonna get Raising Cane's. We don't have one of those in our area, so I'm gonna have that for my OMAD. My shorts are so far behind. Like, I think I'm posting stuff from probably August right now. I just have a backlog, and so it'll be not a long time, but a while before you see that. But I'm really excited to have that. Because it's in the town that I'm going to, and I was like, woohoo, somewhere new I haven't filmed. So, and we only ever ate there once, and they messed up our order, so I'm like really excited. But I have more comments. Let's see, progress and transformation. Hi, Jackie, great to see you in the evening. Thank you for joining. It was fun to have a different time to show up because, life to me, but here I am. Dawn says, I'm having a full down day today, currently cutting up 3 pounds of fresh strawberries to put in the freezer. Before intermittent fasting, I would have been mindlessly eating those as I cut them. I totally understand that. That is, I think of that not with strawberries, but every single day when I get my kids' lunch. I used to eat Cheez-Its every single time I packed lunches. I would pop in whatever crunchy at 6:30 in the morning, and it wasn't even something I thought about. I only realized that once I started fasting how often I did that kind of stuff. I would have done the same thing, making cookie dough in my mouth, or cutting strawberries. Probably the only thing that was safe from that was when I would prep frozen raw chicken. That wasn't tempting, but good for you, Dawn. Woohoo! And isn't it kind of like, not only do you have like the moment victory, but you just feel like, I feel so proud of myself. I'm proud of you that just life is different. Like, hey, I've broken habits. Not only am I good at fasting, but I have habits that I've broken. And that's super exciting. So I totally understand the joy of that. Joanne says, thank you so much. You're welcome. Let's see. Betsy said, driver's ed is such a milestone for the whole family. Yeah. I'm a little nervous, not because of her, but just me. Driving isn't my favorite thing. It's something that scares me a little bit, and any mom understands it's scary. We've already decided that Dad's gonna drive with her first in our house for a while to work out the kinks before I do, because I think I'll end up screaming like out of fear, and it'll frustrate her, and we're just going to take it slow. But it's a huge milestone. Hi, Pepper. I hope you're doing well. Jasmine says, my son and I have COVID for the last week, and I've been sticking to fasting, but weirdly, I can't taste that well, so everything has been a texture experience. Interesting. I would imagine if you can't taste well, which I think I lost, isn't it weird that COVID's been going on so long that I can't even, I'm like 99% sure I lost taste, which I think made it harder. Yeah, I did, because it was right before Disney and I thought I better get taste back before Disney. But I can't remember. Does it make it easier for you to fast? I'd imagine that if you can't taste, unless you are like a huge texture person, that it makes it easier to fast because you're not super excited about anything in your eating window. But I hope you get your taste back soon, and I hope you're feeling well. That is weird. What kind of textures are you leaning towards? Textures don't bother me, except for when I thought of biting into shrimp. That one kind of grossed me out. Let's see. Dawn said a bonus will be, her end result will be 3 full pounds of strawberries, not 2.4. I also understand that. That reminds me, my friend Gentry, you guys have seen her on this channel. I remember this was very early in our friendship. We had like a mom's night out at church, like through church. That's how we met. And we were at Applebee's, and she grabbed a lunch for her, or a dinner for her husband to take it home. And they brought it out, and she kept munching on his French fries. And we were joking that he'd think she ordered him a kid's meal by the time she was done. And I just remember thinking, like, yep, her and I can be really good friends, because that's like the same thing I would have done. Like, yeah, I already ate, but here I am munching on French fries, and I'm supposed to take to someone else. Just kind of, it was just a very funny experience. And then when you say 3 pounds to 2.6, it reminds me, she went from an adult kid's meal to bringing him an adult meal to bringing him a kid's meal. And we were laughing about it. I wonder if she thinks of that ever, like I still do. That was probably 8 years ago almost. But I think of it from time to time, well before I was a pastor. Jasmine says, thank you and good to make the live. I'm glad to have you here. I'm really excited this weekend. One of my OMADs, I have my cousin visiting, and we're doing like a Halloween craft. She has 3 kids. Obviously, I have 3 kids. And then we're having a really spooky punch. So you have floating eyeball gummies, and we're putting edible glitter in it and a sugar rim. And then we're making burrito bowls. And I just love, like, I think of times like this, and it just makes me so grateful. I know I share this kind of stuff frequently, but having someone come over and they have a little bit more of dietary restrictions, I can make food that fits them, and I don't have to think beyond that. When they're over here, I'm not going to like secretly be measuring out grams or calories, or worried about what I can or can't eat, or having the punch only for the kids because I don't want to have the sugary lemonade. I'm going to enjoy it. And that freedom to just enjoy activities, even now over 4 years later, still makes me so happy to just think of that, and to be like, yeah, I'm going to use this, and it's going to be, or I'm going to have this recipe that I saw on Pinterest that looked fun, and it gets to end with that. Like, there's no decision fatigue weighing me down. Do you have favorite eco-friendly fridge storage containers? I will be honest, I don't know if they're considered eco-friendly or not. I have my favorite fridge containers. They're Rubbermaid, and they have a really good seal, and they clasp on the edge, but they are plastic. But they freeze and microwave and dishwasher really well. I don't know that they're considered eco-friendly because they're plastic, but they're reusable over and over again. I got them for Christmas from my in-laws because they really like them, and I've been using them for probably maybe 5 years now. And I'll tell you, if they crack, I'm really sad because I really enjoy them, and they stack really well. But those are my favorite fridge storage containers. Let's see, Progress and Transformation said, I celebrated my 1 year, I'm guessing, weight loss journey anniversary yesterday. Yay! After a lifetime of obesity, I've lost 102 pounds at age 61, 33 pounds to go. Good for you. 102 pounds in 1 year. That every single time you share your stuff, it is amazing to me, and I love it. I absolutely love that. Good for you. Woohoo! A round of applause. Hi, Grace from Hawaii. Nice to catch you live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for still doing your lives even when life is busy. You're welcome. I do always feel bad if I actually straight up cancel, but I enjoy being able to connect with you guys. I know I'm not the best about getting the comments and everything because they just between multiple channels and shorts and long form videos, they just get buried really quickly. So it's kind of like when I'm on, I try to keep in contact, but getting on lives is where I really feel like I can connect with you guys and hear about your own stories and answer questions. So thank you for joining all the way in Hawaii. Someday I can't wait to visit your beautiful state. Oh, that popped up twice. So hello again, Grace. Yay, mom cheering. I love that. Patty's cheering too. Jasmine, lots of love. Let's see. Angelo says, Jackie, on the late night tip. Oh, wait, what did I say? What was my tip? Hope all is well. Yes, all is well. Shouldn't you be in bed? I'm trying to peel chicken feet for bone broth and it sucks. That sounds like it would suck. That sounds awful. I am also, I'll let you know, 9 o'clock is early for me. I am in bed usually around midnight every night. I love to be up after my kids go to bed. It's like I do dishes, make lunches, clean up the kitchen, get in my agenda. It's like a very calming reset for me. And I love, my kids aren't asleep yet, but I love the watch TV with my husband, sit, pet the dog, very relaxing things, get my day ready for the next day. So it's very hard for me to go to bed because I really like staying up. So it's still early, my friend. More cheers. I love it. Audrey said, hello, glad to catch you live. I'm glad you're here. Could you tell me what app for fasting timer on your watch? Yes, I'm going to show you guys because I have my phone right here. I'm going to answer a few. I know this isn't exactly your question, but I'm going to answer some questions I get frequently about what I use. So this is my app, Zero. That's what it looks like. I use that. I just got a new phone, so a lot of my apps aren't downloaded here. But I use Zero. And then if you're in your watch, I have to remember how I get there. I never change my watch stuff. Okay. So then in your, oh, I shouldn't be doing this stuff live. Here's my watch app. When I'm in here, if you scroll all the way down, you can see I have installed Zero and pedometer. That's how I get my walking steps on my watch, even though I don't think it's that accurate. Is installed on my watch, and I put it, then I choose to put it on my home screen. So I have an Apple Watch, obviously an Apple phone, and then the Zero app. I don't pay for it. I've never paid for it, but I signed up for it over 4 years ago. You can do. I have a cat box in my office. That's Elsie's night chore. So she's going to be doing it just behind the scenes. But one thing someone else asked me recently, so it's been 2 hours and 24 minutes since I started fasting. But someone asked me how you change it between I can see how long I've been fasting, or if you tap it, you can change how long until you hit your goal. And all you have to do is tap the middle. So some people didn't know that was a thing. I found it out on accident, but I had recently just answered that question on Instagram. So again, you can see I either have 15 hours, 34 minutes, or if I tap it, I've been fasting for 2 hours and 25 minutes. So depending on what you like to see, I like to see how long I've been going, not how much time is left, but it's definitely a personal preference. I think those are the only questions. Oh, wait, I was going to tell you guys, I forgot something. Just a second. Not tomorrow, but my next fast is my 1500th fast in a row. So that's pretty exciting to me. So that, I guess that's, I just saw that as I was going through my app, but that is fun for me. That means 1500 in a row, not 1500 perfect fast. I still, if I fast and I only get, like I'm on vacation, I think at Disney one day I had a 12-hour fast or 14-hour fast. I've only had a couple of those in the last 4 years, but even if I have it, I count it because it's still a fast. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect to be logged. So I can't believe 1,500 in a row. Let's see, Mr. Fairway, do you use calorie counter app? No, I don't. The only time I count calories is when I do a down day if I'm eating a 500 calorie meal. But I don't use any sort of an app. I just scratch pad it really. But nope, I don't count calories. And sometimes people ask me to guess, but honestly, it would be too hard to. The only time I can accurately give a calorie count is if I'm going out to like Chili's, and then I could look back at what I ate and make a guess from there. But I don't count calories. I just like the simple fasting or I'm eating. Yes, mom's giving me a woohoo for 1,500. Yeah, so I was trying to think if I had something. I didn't plan anything exciting. I kind of thought about it, but we just have so many other things that we're doing. It's like, well, it falls on October 18th. So whatever I'm doing that day, I think. Oh, I am making I'm making homemade mashed potatoes and biscuits and peas and chicken gravy, which I do love that meal. So that actually feels pretty good to break my fast with. Let's see. Mom said 1,500. Wow, congrats. So glad you did your first fast. Our lives have changed forever because of it. Yay. I know it is actually, and that all starts with Gentry, who started reading Jin's book before me. I will never forget. I told her, because her and I used to do different like weight loss things together. And I said, I'm going to do intermittent fasting, which I had heard of through both of our churches for like a church thing. And I never considered looking at books, reading about it at all. I just said I'm going to fast because I had done it for church purposes. And I thought, oh, maybe I could do this. And that was like years later. So then a few weeks after I told her that, she texted me, and this is during COVID. How's fasting going? And I was literally eating like cake for breakfast. And I was like, not good. I haven't started it. And she said, I found a book and I think you'd really like it. And she's the one that got me started. So it's just funny how it's like a domino effect. And here we are over 4 years later. And I'm so grateful for fasting and for all of you guys and that we've connected. And it's amazing. And that's why I share, because I'm so glad that Jen shared. I'm so glad that Gentry started reading her book and told me about it. It just is a snowball. Gabby said, I've been eating breakfast and a midday meal and fasting into the evening, which is working well for me. So 18 hours fast. Good for you. I honestly think that I could do that. Like, I feel like I'll have an earlier eating window when I get, and looking at your picture, this is not you at all probably, but like I see that being maybe more of my like retirement schedule, having like an earlier type eating window. I don't know, but good for you. I love it. People can find whatever works for them. I think that you can adapt fasting to so many different lifestyles, and that is a perfect example. You eat breakfast and a midday meal, and I almost always eat dinner, and it can still work for both of us. Yes. Dawn says, the irony is you can eat cake for breakfast with intermittent fasting. Absolutely. And I still, even with all the Favorina treats that we had today, one of them I was like, oh, this would be a good breakfast cake. And I meant it. And if I had breakfast as my OMAD, I almost always have something sweet like pancakes or something similar, which is like cake by a different name. But yes, you can have cake for breakfast. Or this is the one. This was like one of the hardest ones. Every Christmas, my mom used to make Russian tea cakes, and now they're my favorite Christmas cookie. Those used to be my every single day Christmas breakfast with coffee. And when I started fasting, I'm like, oh, that was like almost out of just like nostalgia, like homey type feeling. I still eat them in my eating window, but I liked having them for breakfast with coffee. I might have to plan a breakfast OMAD around having that to open my eating window. Not for health reasons, because that's obviously not the best thing to break your fast with, but because it sounds fun too right now. Well, guys, I am so glad we've gotten to hang out. It's been almost half an hour, and I am about to get bombarded, I know, soon with my son's bedroom is right there, and he is my youngest, so he's going to be in bed soon. And I just have really enjoyed chatting. I'm really grateful you guys adapted with the schedule. But I hope you guys have a great week. I will be back, I think, with almost certainty that next Wednesday is going to be normal. I just have to get back into scheduling them. I remember, I think 6 weeks ago, I scheduled all these out and I thought, oh, it's going to be forever before I get to the last one. Well, it feels like I just did that, which is how life goes, I guess. But I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you so much for adapting and being here. And I will see you guys live Wednesday, but shorts or a long form video every day until then. So take care. Bye, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Mom, for moderating.